Good morning, good morning, good morning, all my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful souls. I'm Star Delta 9. I wanted to come out this morning and talk to you about the awakening. It's happening. This age of Aquarius is kicking our ass, isn't she? Mother Nature, Source, Divine is asking us, actually forcing us, telling us, I've isolated you in your home. I've told you you have to social distance. The media is going crazy. The government's been run on greed, power, and money for eons, the masculine energy, right? And during this new age of Aquarius, Source is asking us to shift into a complete 160 and come into the yin energy, okay? Masculine energy is action without intention, right? The feminine energy, the yin energy, is no action. It's a state of calmness, being in the heart, listening to your intuition, being inspirational to others, creating, contemplating, right? Nurturing, mothering, and loving calmness, right? So I wanted to come out and talk about this energy and what's taking place because it's begun. Yep. During this new age of Aquarius, you guys know I study astrology. You know, each house has a trait, has a personality, and each one of those traits and each one of those personalities are housed within a soul. You, me, the collective. The collective are all of us as souls, right? We have chakras within our body, starting at the crown, and they go all the way down. There's multiple chakras. During this age of Aquarius that has begun in this awakening in 2020, we are being activated to our star chakra. The star chakra sits about 1 to 2 feet below Mother Earth, where the alchemical process of copper and gold and all of the elements allow our body to maintain homeostasis, right? That's a form of balancing and grounding, right? Consciousness, staying in presence, that's the defined pure consciousness. That is grounding. You're grounded right there, rocking in consciousness. Just knowing you know. You don't need to ask. You don't need to do anything. Everything is perfect. Everything is bliss. It's like that cinnamon bun that I talk about, right? So divine or source is asking us, during this isolation, I have really kind of forced the collective as a whole to social distance themselves, to look at things in their life that maybe didn't serve them, maybe avenues of adventure in your intuition that you wanted to do and didn't do. Now we have, what? Nothing but time. When you think about time in the 3D or the 5D world, it's a construct, right? And it doesn't exist in consciousness, right? But in the 3D world, it does. So people say, I have nothing but time on my hands. This time is being given to you to ask you, contemplate, go within and ask yourself, what is going on? And people are awakening because of this star chakra activation that sits 1 to 2 feet below the earth. So I've been told this morning to come out and tell you guys, give you a few modalities that might help you during this traumatic event we're going through with this COVID-19. We've had losses, financial, emotional, spiritual, physical, actual people in our lives. I've had complete 160 in mine, and just recently had a passing of a family member that was very rapid. So things will fall away very, very quickly that don't serve you if you sit in the seat of your soul. The yin is the compass, the pendulum that swings the universe. It's a pendulum. Masculine, feminine energy. That's why I'm rocking. That's why you see figure eights. That's why you rock, because it is the momentum of the universe, right? So the universe is rocking right now, a little erratic, saying we need to get out of this masculine energy, this greed, this money, this power, and come back into this yin. No action. No action. And that's the hardest thing for us to do, is sit and be in no action. But I applaud you to take advantage of this right now. Don't resist it. What we resist persists, right? So I want to give you some modalities that have helped. I know for me, because of the turmoil and the things that are happening in my environment, I'm still in consciousness. There's no emotion. There's no feelings attached other than the death I just had. Of course you're going to have emotions. It's sad. And I'm beside myself about it. Yet I'm in consciousness. And there's a reason that Divine has taken this beautiful, beautiful soul off this 3D world. I don't know it, and it's not my job to know it. It's my job to sit here in consciousness and ascend for the greater good of myself, the collective, and consciousness, right? So I've changed to a whole food, plant-based diet. I've added zinc and some tonic water, because tonic water has quinine in it. And you guys know they took quinine sulfate off the market. The president did. You need quinine. You need elements. You know, the element table that everybody sees and knows, those are elements that our body requires, and quinine is one of them. And so quinine and zinc are some of the medicines they're using to treat this COVID-19. So if you have a cold, or you feel like a cold's coming on, take 50 to 100 milligrams of zinc and 1/2 cup of tonic water for the first 3 days that you feel the symptoms coming on, and then stop it, and it goes away immediately. We cannot eliminate zinc, so don't overdo it. Google it and do your research. Back to the awakening, go outside in nature. Nature is another element. We have elements in nature. Take your shoes off, stand in the grass, ground yourself in your star chakra that's being activated. Imagine that your light from the crown chakra is coming down through the third eye, through the throat, through the heart chakra, through the solar plexus, through the sacral, all the way down to the star chakra that's being activated right now. Imagine that light, because the star chakra is your compass. It's your balance to the seat of the soul. I mean, come on. Drive around with a masculine. Someone that's sitting in a masculine energy that's lost and spending the last 40 minutes driving in circles. They're not going to ask for directions. It's action without intentions. They're going to say, I got this. I know where I'm going. I just wanted to go that way for the scenic route. 9 times out of 10, eventually, 45 minutes to an hour later, they stop and ask for directions. So in the greater picture, in the greater scheme of things, I ask you to sit in calmness, contemplate, right? Dance as if no one is watching. Sing as if no one can hear you. Love unconditionally from your heart. Give to others. Contemplate. You know, the past is the past and the future is the future, they say. There's no fucking past and there is no future. Show me where the future is, or show me where the past is. You can't. All you have is right here, right now. The future and the past happened in the past, and the future is going to happen in the now. The past happened in the now. It didn't happen in the past, it happened in the now. Show me where the past is. You can't even find it. You have memory of it, conditioned memory of it that you remember, a narrative that you keep telling yourself, that you keep repeating. So maybe those are some of the questions that divine consciousness is asking you. This is a hard thing. My awakening began March 28, 2019. It's awakening the conscious collective of the universe for the sole purpose of yourself, for others, and for God. Because it's not about us, it's about consciousness. If I use the word God, it has a connotation, so I don't like to use it. So I use source or consciousness. God, people think of religion, right? And so so many religions have ideologies to them, and so people take on a specific attitude, and so I just don't use it. So I'm asking you, stay in the feminine energy, stay calm, because it's soft. It's the component of the seat of your soul. It's the compass of your life. I mean, the masculine, even if you go to, God, how could I say this? Maybe if you were in the jungle like Tarzan, you know how he has all the tools to cut away the greenage for his girl, right? For his feminine, right? He will still look at her and say, what direction do I go in? Because she is the compass to the soul. So there is there is so much turmoil in the universe going on as a collective, and consciousness is asking us, ground yourself. If you are technically defined as grounded, you are already in consciousness. That is defined as pure grounded, right? But there are alchemical elements outside in nature, and tapping, singing, meditating, right? That will ground you to Mother Earth. And 10 to 12 minutes, if you take your shoes off and walk in the grass once a week, it reverses anything that's going on in the immune system, and homeostasis is maintained in 11 minutes. It's pretty amazing. Energy. That's all there is, people. Energy. And it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And our universe as a collective has been run on greed, money, and power, on masculine energy, action without intention. And consciousness is now asking us, we need some yin energy here. Consciousness in the universe has taken a 160 flip. And I'm asking you, meditate. Meditate on breathing. And the autonomic system will just kick in and take over. Go outside, ground yourself to Mother Earth. Get into nature. Listen to music, color, sing. Do something, create something you've always wanted to. Listen to your intuition, even as silly as you might think it is. Might be the next $1 million project, you never know. Contemplate, sit in this compass and take on this feminine energy, and our pendulum in the collective will begin to balance itself out. COVID-19 will go away, and the collective will go back to normal, yet in a very ascended, beautiful, beautiful, loving, balanced energy. If you like this video and the content, give me a thumbs up. Share the content. You never know who's looking. This is another video on Cracked Wide Open. I love you guys so, so much. Sound off in the comment section below. You know that's your section. I love you guys so, so much. Just breathe.